Okay, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be for you. And welcome. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. DSP here live on the stream for my first of 2 gameplay streams for today. That's right, today will be 2 gameplay streams after me kind of falling away from that yesterday because I took some time away to finally do some vlogging, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Because today will be the release of a vlog people have been waiting for quite some time. So, folks, hello and welcome. How you doing? Excited for today. 2 big gameplay sessions. First off, we're starting with more Persona 5, which I know a lot of people have been looking forward to. At this point, you know, I've played a ridiculous amount of content of Persona 5 already. Wow, excuse me. If you can't tell, I've been drinking a VA energy drink this morning. We want to strongly recommend these to anyone who's looking for an energy drink that's better than the rest because, first of all, these energy drinks are small. They are only, let's see, 12 ounces versus a lot of other energy drinks are 18 ounces or more. Okay. Number 2, these drinks are 34% juice. You know, most other energy drinks have little to no juice in them. They're just all sugar. This drink is actually very low in the carbs. It only has, let's see here, 13 grams of carbohydrates and 10 grams of sugar overall. 50 calories, but it actually has a ton of vitamins and minerals. You know, it's got vitamin C, thiamine, niacin, B12, calcium, riboflavin, vitamin B6, a bunch of good stuff, and it actually is a full serving of vegetables and fruit for your daily intake. So it's probably the best energy drink I've ever had since I, you know, have been drinking energy drinks, doing this as a job. So I like it. It's good. And I'm not getting paid for this plug or whatever. I just really like the product. But yeah, I get gassy when I drink it because it is carbonated. So, alright, so anyway, yeah, really like this drink. Definitely recommend it. But anyway, getting back on topic. Yeah, at this point, I'm probably about, I'm trying to think, but I'm more than likely about 30 hours into Persona 5. We'll actually check today as I boot the game up. We'll see what the game says, but I'm pretty sure I'm about 30 hours into the game, okay? Yeah, and I'm pretty excited because I like the game a lot, and, you know, we're continuing on at this point. It looks like we're in the build-up to the 3rd dungeon. We're getting the groundwork laid out here of what the 3rd dungeon is going to be. Last session, I actually checked out Mementos for a couple hours, which was fun because it was something different. And, you know, ended up getting a lot of good weapons and items and everything from, and new guns, right, for my entire party. So the next time that we head into a dungeon, I should be pretty badass. I even got some really good personas through Fusion. So I'm very excited to try those out in combat. So yeah, pretty excited for Persona 5 today. Now, of course, we are heading towards the impending 7/7 in-game date. Now, here's the thing, folks. I've gotten messages over the past week of people saying, Phil, are you aware that a lot of YouTubers have already passed 7/7? Are you aware that a lot of Twitch streamers have already passed 7/7 in-game? And apparently nothing has happened to them at all. You know, even though Atlas threatened to shut people down and give them DMCA claims and everything, apparently people are saying no one has had any action taken against them. So, you know, we'll see how far we get here. The bottom line is this. I want to keep playing the game. I love this game. Like I said the other day, I actually think this game is a Game of the Year contender, which is rare for an RPG, a JRPG in particular like this. But I think this may be one of the best, if not the best, modern JRPG I've ever played, okay? But that's the deal, is I'm worried because, you know, Atlas did threaten this, and the bottom line is I can't have false... I'm not even going to say false, because obviously it would be coming from Atlas, but the bottom line is a Let's Play should be protected regardless under copyright law as a transformative work, or excuse me, fair use law as a transformative work. So I still view it as if Atlas were to put copyright strikes against anyone for doing a Persona 5 playthrough, it would still be a false copyright strike in my opinion. But that's just my take. It hasn't been hashed out in a court of law, so therefore there really is no definitive answer on that. But I can't chance it. I can't risk it. Because I can't have my channel shut down. If DSPGaming gets shut down, that's it, folks. That's half my income. Basically, that's how I'm looking at it right now, is DSPGaming is about half my income now, every month. It used to be all of my income, but now I've diversified myself enough between Twitch and Patreon, and now I've got Teespring. You know, I've got all this stuff going on that, excuse me, I'm burping again from the V8 drink, that YouTube has become kind of my supplementary, you know, half income, right? Whoa, Phoenix Rising 2015 says a bigger streamer got a 7-day streaming ban for going past 7.7. Really? Is this true, and when did this happen? I'm curious because, again, you know, I'm trying to figure this out for myself. If it's worth the risk. At this point, I don't think it's worth the risk. But the good news is there's other stuff to do. It's not like if I stop playing Persona 5, there's nothing to do. Right now, I've still got to finish up Mass Effect Andromeda. I've got Yooka-Laylee going, right? And I've got Danganronpa to go back to for a bit. Oh yeah, Shimmer Nuts, I'm fully aware of this. Shimmer Nuts just says, Phil, just so you know, there's people waiting around for you to hit 7.7 in game so they can notify Atlas and try to get me in trouble. Nah, dude, people have been tweeting Atlas daily. Every time I play this game, people tweet Atlas and say, "Oh, Phil spoiled the game for me." They're full of shit. They're completely making it up. Because how the fuck can I spoil a game for you when the game's already been on the internet, you know, since 6 months ago? The Japanese version, there's full playthroughs on the internet. So, it's complete nonsense, but they're doing it on purpose because they're little petty pieces of shit with no fucking lives of their own, and they'll never have a life of their own as long as they continue to act like this. But that's the point, is I know there's people who are going to be hounding my ass, you know? So, because of that, I really don't think it's worth it to go past 7.7, at least for now, you know? So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, I don't know how much longer I have either. Right now we're at, what, early June? Aren't we around early-ish June in the game? And it seems like there's going to be a lot of story development and stuff going on. So more than likely, it's looking like probably we'll get through the third dungeon. People are saying you can definitely beat the third dungeon before 7.7. So I'll probably end up getting through and beating the third dungeon before we actually get to the point where I can't play anymore, okay? Now, Real Azuria is saying the guy did not get a 7-day ban. I guess he did get in trouble, but he didn't get a 7-day ban. Well, a 7-day ban would be pretty fucking serious. But anyway, I just don't think at this point I'm going to go past the date. It doesn't make sense. It's too much of a risk. And I've got other stuff to do as well. Alright, so if it means that Persona 5 has to go on hold, then it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, and, you know, maybe what I'll have to do is put it on hold, and then maybe next month, at some point during the slower times, the bottom line is the second half of May is going to be pretty slow. There's not much going on besides my ongoing coverage of Injustice 2. So, maybe what I can do is maybe in the second half of May, okay, maybe what I can do is mix this in, like try to put this back in, right? And see how it goes. There's other stuff too, like for example, Split Playthrough just made a good suggestion. He said, you know, if you run out of stuff in April, why not go back to Nier Automata and do another run through it? I mean, I could easily do that too, that's true. I still have Nier Automata on my PS4. I've been purposely saving it in case, just in case I have, you know, some reason to have dead time. And we all know that the Nier Automata game is only, you know, what was it, 10 hours long? Not long at all. I beat it within 2-3 sessions. So that's also a possibility for the next couple of weeks. The next big release coming out, folks, is Outlast 2. And that's coming out the last week of April, okay? So today's the 14th of April. Next week we've got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. And that's a very quick episodic game from Telltale. We've also got Ask the King next week. But outside of that, there's really no new releases next week. So it'll give me some time to progress and wrap up stuff like Yooka-Laylee and wrap up Mass Effect and get as far as I can in Persona and probably go back to Danganronpa for a little bit as well. But yeah, if I end up running out of stuff to stream full time, right, during the daytime, maybe I will go back to Nier. That's actually a pretty good suggestion. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But today, 4 more hours of Persona 5, all right? Tonight, I am going to be streaming Yooka-Laylee for 2 hours, around 7 p.m. Pacific time, so I hope you'll come back later tonight for that. You know, I played that all day Tuesday, and I really like that game. I think Yooka-Laylee is a great throwback platformer. It hits upon a lot of the themes from Banjo-Kazooie. And it, definitely great. I like it. Good game. And looking forward to more tonight. Despite the fact that critics panned the game because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. The critics all played a pre-release version of the game on console that was not the final version, that had frame rate issues, so they all complained about it in the reviews. Now the final version came out and there's no frame rate issue at all, so they all look incredibly stupid because they played a unfinished version of the game to rush out the reviews for release day. And in addition, they all complained that the game was too outdated and too much of a collection quest, when in reality, that's what all of those 3D platformers were back in the day, and that's exactly what it was going for. It was trying to be a throwback. So any reviewer who said the game has a low frame rate and is too much of a collection quest are complete morons, and their views are invalid. Yeah, pretty stupid in my opinion. But anyway, I digress. More Yooka-Laylee later tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. I really like that game, okay? Tomorrow, more Mass Effect, and I'm going to see if maybe we can even wrap up Mass Effect tomorrow. However, I have been told that the best mission in the game is the Liam loyalty mission, and the only way you could do it is if you put a settlement on every planet. Now, the good news is I've already put settlements on like 3 planets, but there's 2 more to go. And sadly, to do the settlement stuff, it's the most grinding gameplay in the entire freaking game, which really sucks. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm going to have to do it, I think, because I do want to see this mission. People are really saying it's the best mission in the game, so... Oh my god, Amplified is trying to defend people who reviewed Yooka-Laylee, and I can't stand it. He says, but it's because the reviewers get the early review copies, and they did have the frame rate problems, and that's the game developer's fault. No, it's not. It's the reviewer's fault, because every time you review a pre-release copy of the game, you're not actually reviewing the real game. You're reviewing an early version of the game that's not the full release version. Anyone who bought Yooka-Laylee got a different game than what the reviewers played. But those reviewers, so desperate for attention, so desperate for those day one views and the day one attention of getting a review out early, played an unfinished version of the game. And therefore, every one of their fucking reviews that mentions a frame rate issue is invalid. The review is completely negated. That's their fault. That's a whole symptom of the entire industry. The industry itself is flawed. You cannot do pre-release reviews. You just can't. Because in this day and age, you get digital day one patches that fix critical issues. And it's not fair to do pre-release reviews like that. I've been saying for how many years that people should go and buy the game themselves on release day, not get a fucking free copy, and we should all play the game on release day, and then a few days later, everyone puts out their legit reviews. Not these certain elitist people get fucking free media copies early that are unfinished versions, and then they review the games and it's all invalid. How many games have we seen in the past few years that have primary online components? Okay? And the reviewers can't even properly review them because the fucking online component isn't even on when they review the game. There's been many games like that over the past few years. Then come to find out, when the game comes out, it's actually much better than the reviewers said because the online component works really well, integrated with the game. It's bullshit. I completely 100% disagree with early reviews and always have. And the bottom line is, there's a lot of people that disagree with me, and they say, well, if there weren't early reviews, then there's no consumer confidence when a game comes out, right? And that's not right, because it's a service to the consumer. You know what I say? Bullshit. How about the consumer fucking gets some responsibility for themselves, some personal responsibility, stops buying into the hype, and running the fuck out and buying a game on release day before anyone's even played it yet, before anyone knows if it's good? How about that? How about, instead of supporting this crooked, elitist, early review practice in the industry, instead, you just have some self-fucking control and don't run out and buy everything on release day. It's not that hard. It really isn't, to wait 3 days to buy a new release to see if it's any good, to get actual legit people in there playing the game and reviewing it and not rushing through it to tell you if it's good or not. But the problem is, no one has self-control. Everyone just wants to have this, oh, I want instant gratification, so if a game comes out on Tuesday, I want to be able to buy it on Tuesday and already know the game's great because dozens of people already played it and reviewed it on the internet. That's not how life works, folks. You need to have self-control. Golden Colts just did a 25-bit cheer, says, cash the game on release day. How about that? There you go. Cherry Dude, I agree and disagree. Here's what Cherry Dude just said. He said, it's the developer's own fault for releasing review copies because they bring it on themselves. If I send out chicken to a reviewer and it's raw, I can't say, well, it wasn't the finished product, not my fault, you got sick. But, Cherry Dude, you have to see it from the other perspective. There have been games recently where the game devs refused to send out early copies to reviewers. And what happened? Well, the media then took that as, oh, well, that game must be bad. If they're not going to send us an early review copy, which we're owed because we're the game media, and we should get everything fucking early to write our early reviews, it obviously means that the game is bad, and they don't want people to know that ahead of time, and that's why they're not sending us early review copies. I mean, take a look at Bethesda. They literally put their foot down last year and said, no, we're not doing it anymore. We're done with this. We're not going to put up with this shit anymore. We're not going to have early reviews coming out panning our games when it's unfinished, so we're not doing it. And look at Doom. Everyone said, oh, I guess that means Doom is going to be a terrible game. Doom's going to be a horrible piece of crap. And then the game came out, and the game was amazing. It was one of the best games of the year. So, it's complete and utter bullshit. It's a double standard. If the game developer puts out the early version of the game for review, and it's unfinished, oh, that's the game developer's fault. But then if they don't put out an early copy of a review, oh, the game must suck, and that's the game developer's fault, and they're trying to hide it. Oh, well, Cherry Dude, I didn't do a... He says, thanks for not doing a goofy voice when you read my message. I didn't do a goofy voice because your message actually was a pretty intelligent thought and well thought out, and it was a good counterpoint to what I was saying, versus some of these people who just do, like, fucking reviewer defense force, which is so ridiculous. Such blind, sheepish thought. You gotta have intelligent thought, folks. You gotta think for yourself. You gotta think outside the box. You can't just fucking be thinking along the ways that you know... Oh, because the mainstream says that these early reviews are a good practice, I just gotta believe it. I mean, come on. Okay. So that's the deal, folks. I am upset about Yooka-Laylee and how it was treated by the gaming media, because I think they were irresponsible shits, and the reason that they really do it is to get day one early views and attention on themselves. In particular, some of the people who actually reviewed Yooka-Laylee really low, if you actually read the reviews, they're a bunch of fucking hacks. And I'm not going to call out particular names because I think people already pretty much know the people who did really terrible reviews of Yooka-Laylee. If you go out there and read them, they're pretty obvious. People who just wanted to get a review out there for attention and to make money, rather than actually legitimately wanting to review a game. And it's pathetic because I hate, there's this mentality now in this day and age. If one person who's like a popular reviewer says it's bad, everyone has to jump on the bandwagon and pan the fucking game so that they can all be in the same mindset. And then all of a sudden the game universally becomes bad in the minds of gamers rather than people thinking for themselves. And that pisses me off. Ah, crap. Dude, I just misclicked the stream chat. I was trying to move it, and I accidentally banned 2 people. I apologize to Omega Joker and Jaywalker. That was completely erroneous on my part. I was trying to move my stream chat on my laptop screen, and the goddamn pointer double-clicked on 2 people. Sorry about that. My bad. Alright, so anyway, let's get back on topic here. Because now I've been completely derailed on this stream chat, okay? Persona 5 right now. Later tonight, more ukulele, alright? I hope you'll join me for that. Also, later today, and this is something that people have been waiting for a while. Yes, my vlog on Machinima is finally going live on the King of Hate vlogs later today. This vlog is over an hour long. I had no idea when I finally did this vlog how long it was going to end up being, okay? It's 1 hour and 12 minutes long. I timed it. And basically what this vlog covers is my entire history with Machinima, the ups and the downs, the positives and the negatives, alright? And basically what happened, the falling out between myself and Machinima. And you won't believe the story because it's so ridiculous. You really wouldn't... when you hear it, you're going to say, what? That's what happened? And you're going to be like, what the fuck? But, yeah. You'll hear it for yourself tonight when you get a chance, hopefully. So, that should be a good one. People have been waiting for that for quite some time, alright? Tonight, on the King of Hate vlogs. Tomorrow, I'm going back to Mass Effect Andromeda, and as I was saying before I got distracted by that topic of ukulele, yeah, the Liam loyalty mission is apparently one of the best in the game, so I think I am going to take the time to do it. So, we'll see, you know, tomorrow, how long it's going to take. It might take the entirety of my freaking stream tomorrow to get through the Liam loyalty mission, considering that I have to put the outposts on 2 more planets in the game, the final 2 planets. So, we'll see how it goes, but I'll probably focus on that tomorrow, and then that's it. Once that loyalty mission's done, there's nothing else to do. It's just wrapping up the game. So more than likely, within 1 to 2 more sessions here of Mass Effect Andromeda, I will have completed the game, okay? And that's a good thing, because that playthrough's now been going on for the greater part of a month here, and I need to wrap it up and review the game. By the way, in addition, when I do hit that 7/7 in-game date for Persona 5, I will be doing a mini review of the game up to that point for KO Gaming. So this week coming up in particular, you're going to see reviews for Mass Effect Andromeda and probably Persona 5 on KO Gaming, alright? So that'll be good. KO Gaming will finally start getting some new content for a change. Alright, what else? You know, we'll continue on with all these playthroughs over the next week, and Guardians of the Galaxy, and yada, yada, yada. You know all about that. A few other updates. Teespring, I want to say thank you. A couple people have actually purchased some stuff from my Teespring store the past couple of days. I appreciate that. Once again, I had every intention last night of updating my Teespring store, and it didn't happen because that Machinima vlog ended up going super long, and then I ran out of time. But what I am hoping to do this weekend would be to update the store at some point. Probably maybe Sunday night. I'll take some time to do it. Add some new products. Bottom line is I have 5 new designs, I believe, to add to the store. And I just haven't had a chance to do it. I'll probably add 1 or 2 this weekend. Okay. Okay. What else? Oh, yeah. Last night, folks, I released my gaming schedule update on the King of Hate vlogs. If you haven't seen it yet, I strongly recommend that you check it out, okay? Yeah, it's a big cumulative update of all the game releases coming out in the next few months, including, obviously, the end of April here, but also May, which looks like it could be a pretty interesting month for game releases, alright? And June, and July and August. The bottom line is July looks like it's dead. July looks like it's an empty month for game releases. But I have some pretty interesting ideas for what I can be doing in July. So I think everyone should definitely please check out this game release update. It's very important that you do so you know what's going on in the next few months. And I need your feedback as well in regards to what I'm planning on doing in July. And in addition to that, you know, what other games maybe I might have left out or whatever. So please check it out, okay? Jackson Hero says he posted up something on the forums for a possible shirt design or pre-stream card. What did you post up? Did you post up that piece of Persona 5 art? Because I just used it, but it was transparent, and it was showing everything here, and I was like, oh shit, so I had to take it out of the rotation. By the way, this reminds me I have to fix my webcam because my webcam is the higher resolution from doing the vlogging yesterday. Hold on. Here we go. Webcam should be okay now. I guess we'll see once I get to the dashboard here. Oh yeah, another big thing, folks. One more final thing to bring up before we kind of get started. I talked about this on Twitter last night. Tomorrow, April 15th, is my 7-year anniversary here on DSP Gaming. Well, not here on DSP Gaming, because I'm not streaming on DSP Gaming anymore. But, yeah. Tomorrow is my 7-year anniversary of DSP Gaming, folks. 7 years, over 43,000 gameplay videos. Holy freaking shit. Pretty crazy, huh? How many people can say that they've been on YouTube for 7 years doing this as a job and have over 43,000 videos in their name? By the way, that's not all the videos I have, because I've got all the videos on my other YouTube channels, you know. I had playthroughs on channels like DSP Street Fighter, Red Dead DSP, Dark Side Phil, Final Fantasy 13. Of course, all my vlogging on the King of Hate Vlogs and the King of Hate HD. So over the years, there have been a ton of videos that I put out. I mean, ridiculous amount of work, right? And, yeah. It's pretty nuts. It's a pretty momentous occasion. Of course, that's not even mentioning my original channel, Dark Side Phil. My original channel, Dark Side Phil, goes back to 2008. Actually, I take that back. It goes back to 2007. Because the first videos I ever posted up there were going to a tournament in Chicago. Kyson just did a 100-bit cheer. He says, Phil, I always wondered, do you have backups of all those videos? Yep. I'm not even lying. Every single gameplay video I've ever made, I have archived on a series of external hard drives. It's funny because even in the years I've done this as a job, external hard drives have changed so dramatically. When I first started, all external hard drives needed a separate like power supply, so they needed their own like power cord, and there were these large things that always constantly had to be like running, and you know I would you know back up the videos every month or two. Excuse me. And, you know, I got a stack of these things, probably about a dozen of them, from the first, maybe I'd say, 3 to 4 years that I did this on YouTube. And then, I'd say about 3 years ago, external hard drives dramatically changed, and the price on them went way lower. And now, they're tiny. They're like, they can fit in your pocket, and they don't need an external power supply anymore. So basically, hard drive technology, since my run on YouTube, has changed dramatically, and become way more streamlined, and now it's a lot easier to do the backups and everything. So yeah, I have about a dozen big, giant, bulky external hard drives from my first few years here on YouTube, and then since then I've got a bunch of these like pocket-sized hard drives that I have from the last 3 or so years since I moved to Washington. So pretty cool. SSJ Ram did a 200-bit cheer, and he says, how do you like the characters in Persona 5 compared to other Personas? It's hard to say because I haven't met many of them. I mean, we've only got the main protagonist, right? We've got Morgana, who I would say Morgana probably is better than the Teddy. Teddy was kind of really annoying in a lot of ways. I think Morgana overall is a better character, although we don't know too much about Morgana yet. It's all kind of an air of mystery. You know, Ann's pretty cool, Ryuji's pretty cool, Yusuke's alright, but we haven't really met the cast yet. I get the feeling we're gonna have at least 2-3 more party members, you know? So, but I do like the game a ton. An absolute ton, okay? Teddy was unbearable, said Popsicolo. There you go. Poorly made, alright. Jeez. Poorly made is like, when is the Machinima vlog going to come out? Today. Obviously, I can't upload it now. I'm streaming, right? So probably once I finish this stream, and I get the Persona videos uploading, I'll probably also get that Machinima vlog uploading. Now, of course, when you're uploading 2 sets of videos at once, it takes longer for both of them to go live. And in particular, the Machinima vlog is an hour and 12 minutes long. So it's probably going to take a ginormous amount of time to process on YouTube. The longer the video, the longer it takes to process. So, Yeah, that'll be going live today. I can't promise you a time when because it's more reliant on YouTube than anything else. There you go. But anyway, I was mentioning my 7-year anniversary. Yeah, 7 years of DSP Gaming as of tomorrow. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for Mass Effect and Yooka-Laylee. It'll be a fun day, another fun day full of gameplay. That will be all posted to DSP Gaming. Should be good. Alright, a couple quick things, everybody. A couple quick things here. Number one, Patreon, obviously. I've already mentioned this many times, and actually in the past couple of days, I got a few new patrons coming in and pledging because they want to participate in the upcoming Patron's Choice event. If you pledge $5 or more by the end of the month, you can get in on the Patron's Choice event. Okay? $5 or more, and you get to nominate and vote on a game that I will be doing a full playthrough of. And that playthrough will probably be beginning in June, so that it gives everyone the month of May to nominate and vote on this game, alright? So, excited for that. Please consider pledging. It's a big part of my income, and I appreciate those who do pledge monthly. You also get personal perks. For example, coming up next week, Ask the King, my Q&A show is going to happen, and people who've pledged over the past 3 months are going to be able to ask their questions and get them guaranteed answered on the show. That's one of the good perks that I provide for being a patron. So please consider pledging if you haven't. Oh yeah, by the way, They Call Me Jim Bob just said, YouTube must be a sinking ship because it seems like everyone is setting up a Patreon now. Yup. 1,000,000% yup, because no lie, YouTube income is literally halved for everyone. Everyone's income on YouTube is now about 50% of what it used to be. So, for the big YouTubers, oh no, the days of milk and honey, the days of the plentiful cash cow coming in so they could buy yachts and fucking multiple homes and, you know, Ferraris and everything. Those days are over. Now they can only afford, mid-range stuff. But for all the other people, the normal people like me, we're all screwed. Now, lucky for me, I already had Patreon set up, and I was able to diversify with Twitch. But for YouTubers who only do YouTube and didn't really do anything else, they are pretty boned right now. Alright, so anyway, Patreon, right? I also want to say, please, everyone, the past couple of days, I'll be real with everyone, because you know I'm real, and this isn't a complaint, this is just an observation. Things have been pretty slow here around the stream. Haven't had a lot of cheers, or tips, or subs. And it's a little disheartening, because we had a big momentum push throughout March and early April, where things were going really well, and at one point I was up to over 270 subs here. But then everyone's sub kind of expired, lapsed, because all those Twitch Prime subs, right? You have to do those monthly. And we are getting a few every day, but we haven't gotten anywhere near back to where I was. We're still down by like 30 subs or something like that. And the past few days have been pretty slow with everything, alright? So please consider, during the stream today, if you're having fun, if you're liking the stream, you're liking the content, you're liking the gameplay, please consider cheering with some bits, or tipping me. If you want to know how to tip, you just look right below the stream. There's a little section here on my page where you can click. It'll explain the process, and you can either tip anonymously or you can leave a message. It's up to you. Or consider subbing. And if you do sub, or if you tip me $2.50, or if you send 250 bits, you will get an on-screen notification giving you a thank you. And I will give you a personal thank you for all of the cheers and tips and bits. And Golden Colts just did a 50-bit cheer. He says, here they are. Please start the stream. Well, I'm about to. That's what I'm getting to. Okay. 2B Booty says, every week I should gift the guy who's been the cheerleader, maybe give them something off of Teespring. That would not work because it has to be purchased through Teespring, and Teespring has to ship it directly to them, which I can't do. If I bought a shirt off Teespring and mailed it to them, it would cost me more money to ship it to them than the cost of the shirt in a lot of cases. That's that. Plus, the whole point is, I'm trying to pay my bills. If I'm buying t-shirts, it kind of undermines that whole thing. But I get what you're saying. It would be nice if there was actually, some kind of a way, an incentive that I could do something for someone. But I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe I could track the data through Muxy. I'm not sure. I think Muxy actually does track that data. Like, I think you can actually look at week-long analytics and bring that up, I might have to look into that. That's actually a good suggestion. I'm going to look into that. Thank you for that suggestion. I'm going to look into that and see if I can maybe do like shout outs at the end of a week or something. Okay, everyone. And last but not least, of course, my fiance's business, The Black Current. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Please check that out as well. That's at etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. All right, let's get started. Persona 5 height. 4 hours of Persona 5. Well, actually, it's about 3.5 hours now of Persona 5. Let's see what happens. Sounds good? All right, let's do this. Here we go.